So good afternoon. We will wait for 1 to 2 minutes so that anyone join for the today's session. So am I audible? Ravindra Ram, am I audible? No?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So today, in the previous lecture, we will discuss about the various gases, right? The properties of the various atmospheric air and their utilities in the high voltage engineering. Okay, so today we will discuss about the properties of the vacuum and related ionization process. Okay, so today's lecture will be deals with our the properties of the various vacuums and the related ionization process. So in this particular module, we will our main objective is to define the pre-breakdown of a electron emission in the vacuum. The second one is a generation of the charge carrier. Third one is the impact ionization, and the last one is the photoionization and the introduction of the measurable molecules, right? So these are the four things today we will discuss if the time permit. Okay, so let's quickly start with our session. So first we will discuss about the pre-breakdown of the electron emission in the vacuum. Okay, so in this particular vacuum, this pre-breakdown electron emission will be occurred in the metallic surface. And what will be the different mechanism of the particular electron emission for the metallic surface, and as well as for the what will be the mechanism for the electron emission in the non-metallic surface. Okay, so there will be the two part of a pre-breakdown electron emission in the particular vacuum state. Okay, so one is a metallic surface, another one is your non-metallic surface. Okay, so what is particularly seen in the metallic surface, first we will see that thing. In the previous lecture we will discuss um, in the previous lecture we will discuss regarding the what are the different kind of atmospheric air, different kind of gases which will be present, and what will be the level of the particular gases inside our atmospheric air or the dry air, and what are the mechanism of this particular gases, that we will discuss. Okay, so today we will discuss about the vacuum state. Okay, in the pre-breakdown emission, electron emission in the metallic surface and the non-metallic surface. Okay, so we will share our screen so that you will comfortably see these things. Okay, is my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So, uh, yes. Okay. So, in the previous lecture, what we will do, what we will see that I will told you that yes. So, in the previous lecture, which we will discuss about the various atmospheric uh, various atmospheric gases which will be available inside our dry air, inside our dry air. What are the gases? The gases will be your N2, O2, okay, methane, okay, so CH3, okay, methyl, so this kind of etc. Okay, so these things which will be available, and in between this particular gases which will be available in our atmospheric air or the dry air, so N2 have carry the 70% of our total gases. Okay, 70% will be carried by the N2, and oxygen will be carry only the 20%, which will be carry. Okay, so methane will be carry 0.5 into 10 to the power minus 5. Okay, which will be very much small. Okay, so that thing which will be available, that thing we will discuss, and which the various properties of a N2 and properties of a N2O2 and the CH3 etc. used in our high voltage engineering application that we will discuss. Okay, so today we will discuss about the properties of the vacuum and your related ionization process. So first we will discuss about the pre-breakdown of the electron emission in the vacuum. The pre-breakdown emission of this particular vacuum will be defined into the two states. One will be your for the metallic surface, for the metallic surface, and another one is for the non-metallic surface. Okay, so here we will see it should be written, then we will discuss the generation of the charge carrier, impact ionization, and the photoionization and the interaction of the metastable of a various molecule inside the atmospheric air. Okay, so the pre-breakdown will be the points. Points are when the voltage across a very small gap. Suppose we have a hollow cylinder like this. Okay, we have a hollow cylinder, and this particular gap, which will be very small. For that cases, the voltage across this particular hollow cylinder, the voltage across this particular hollow cylinder, okay, if the gap will be very small and it will be very much sufficiently increased, and for the steady state current, if this particular voltage will be flow through this particular hollow cylinder, then the current which will be begins to flow, and the current will be which will begins to flow. Okay, so for that cases your pre-breakdown emission in the vacuum will be occurred. Okay, so this is the very important point for this case. Okay, the next point is the general observation made for the small gaps. Okay, and that the pre-break has been found to consist mainly to the electrons. That means the flow of current is actually nothing but a what is a flow of electrons. Okay, so yes, so actually what the general observation what we will see, that if the gap will be very small, then there should have some pre-breakdown which will be occurred inside the inside the particular gap in the hollow cylinder, and for that cases we will found that the current flow has been found to consist mainly to the electrons. Okay, third point is for the larger gap spacing at more than about 1 centimeter. Okay, small pulse current of a millisecond duration and changes of the order of a microcoulomb. Okay, microcoulomb, Okay, so the micro discharge are to be measured, as because what we will observe that as your so for that cases, the current which will flow across this particular hollow cylinder, which will be measured in order to micro coulomb, microcoulombs, COULOMBS. Okay, microcoulombs. Okay. The next point is on raising the voltage further, the micro discharge eventually give rise at a steady state. It is obviously that if we increase the voltage again, so for that cases your steady state current is eventually give rise. Okay, so that is actually, and for that cases whenever the voltage which will flow through this particular hollow cylinder inside a small gap, for that cases this free breakdown electron emission will be occurred inside the vacuum cylinders. Okay, so now we will go towards the mechanism of the electron emission for the metallic surface. What will happen if the electron emission which will occur in the metallic surface, and what will happen when the electron emission will be occurred inside the non-metallic surface. Okay, so let's start with our okay. Again anyone come. Okay, so the first thing is the mechanism of the electron emission for the metallic surface. Okay, so suppose this will be the surface which will be designed. Okay, so this will be one surface. Okay, so this is actually your metal surface. Okay, metallic surface, and from with us, okay, that we will discuss. Okay, what is written in this particular thing, there is a large number of mechanism described in the literature that can be produced the electron emission for the metallic surface under different condition. Okay, so what are the conditions? The conditions are, first of one, for example, the thermonic emission. Okay, thermonic emission, harmonic emission, field assistance harmonic, also known as a Schottky of a TF emission. Thermo emission is also told as a carried as a TF, sorry, TF emission, TF emission, field coil emission, field emission. Okay, photoelectric emission, photoelectric emission. Okay, secondary emission. Okay, another thing is your secondary emission. So this kind of things which will be occurred when we will be considered in case of an electron emission of the metallic surface. That is actually the various condition for which this particular electron emission will be takes place in the metallic surface. First of one is the thermionic emission, second one is a field emission, third one is a photo emission, and the fourth one is a secondary emission. Okay, so this particular secondary emission will be, this particular emission, this four emission will be caused, this particular four emission, the thermionic, the field, photo, and the secondary emission, which will be caused by the electron bombardment of the electrodes and the emission caused by the positive ion bombardment and the metastable atom, which will be shown in the 2.2 figure, which will be later on we will discuss. On of this, the most important mechanism of the electron emission in the vacuum are due to the field assistant thermionic and the thermionic emission. So mostly what we will see in this particular metallic surface, that the thermionic emission will be takes place, field emission will be takes place, photo emission and the secondary emission will be takes place normally not in the metallic surface but in the non-metallic surface. Okay, so and in case of a non-metallic electron emission, so what is actually the mechanism of the non-metallic surface? we will see in this. What is written in this case? It is written that the pre-breakdown conduction of the current between the vacuum insulated the high voltage electrodes if we have an high voltage electrode surface. Okay, so if we have an high voltage HV electrode. Okay, so that will be actually your surface. It should have a minimum gap of a 0 to 0.5 mu m. Okay, so for that cases the electron emission or the electron emission will be takes place. So that is why it is written the pre-breakdown conduction current between the vacuum insulated high voltage electrodes. If I putting some electrodes over there, the high voltage electrodes. Okay, if we putting the high voltage electrodes, so insulated high voltage electrodes frequently originate for the non-metallic mechanism. So they are associated with some form of a insulating or the semiconducting oxide layer on the surface or the impurity concentration. The micro inclusion presence on the electron surface can stimulate the strong electron emission and significantly reduce a breakdown strain of a gas. Okay, so when this particular current which will flow across this particular electrodes, so for that cases your voltage which will be increased and that will goes to your high voltage appliances. Okay, that will goes to your high voltage and that will create a semiconducting oxide on the surface of this particular electrode, surface of this particular semiconducting oxide layer, which will be create on this particular surface for the impurity concentration. And that is actually the non-metallic electron emission which will be takes place inside your electrodes. Okay, so here we will see in case of a metallic surface we will see the insulating micro insulation vacuum. Okay, for in what we will see that thing which will be discussed in this part, and also in this part. Okay, so that thing we will discuss on these things. So whenever this particular voltage so from this particular portion, if I putting some voltage and if I increase the voltage, so for that cases the current which will flow through this particular chamber, and for that cases on this particular surface some semiconducting oxide which will be takes place inside this. Okay, which will be the insulating microinductant vacuums. Okay, microinductant vacuums which will be takes place inside this particular metallic surface. Okay, so that will non-metallic surface. Okay, so for that case that will be the structure. Okay, where we will see that the mechanism of the metallic surface and as well as the mechanism of the non-metallic surface electron emission takes place inside our hollow cylinder or inside our process. Okay, so next we will go to this particular structure. What is this thing? This things which actually the graph which will show the mechanism of a particular electron emission takes place inside your hollow cylinder or inside your chambers. Okay, so for that cases what will be this figure is actually show the band structure representation of a insulating microparticle in switch off state or the conducting channel yielding the electron emission. The Fermi level, we will discuss the Fermi level. The CB is the conduction band and VB is the valence band. These things. Okay, so if this particular voltage, okay, so if it is a metal, if this particular portion is a metal surface, so for that cases your hot electron gases, this will be your which will show the hot electron gases which will takes place. And for that hot electron emission, for that hot electron gases there will have some electron emission which will be takes place inside this, and due to this electron emission there will have some energy which will be decreasing. Okay, and that decreasing in such a way that which will be, if I increase the voltage, so for that cases your energy which will decrease. That means if we increase the voltage, if we increase the voltage, for that cases, due to this particular electron emission and due to this particular hot electron gases, okay, which will be flow across this your particular hollow cylinder, okay, which will be flow across your particular hollow cylinder. Okay, for that cases, if we increase the voltage, okay, so for that case we are see that your total energy of this particular body which will be goes downwards. Okay, so that means the energy will be decreasing. Someone is coming. Okay, so FL is actually what? As FL is actually, this is actually the graph which will be show what will be the actual Fermi level of the particular electrodes. Okay, so from there to there it will be shows at the X. Okay, which will be known as your potential barrier, which will be known as your potential barrier, and this portion, from this portion to this portion, from the metal surface to your high voltage insulating metals, from this portion it will be defined as a lambda of D, which will be insulating this section, particular section, which will be shown, that will be your insulating incubation area. Okay, so due to this particular incubation area, which will be deals with our energy decreasement, okay, energy decreasement which will be takes place due to your hot electron gases and due to this particular, that means this particular E will be depends upon whatever the voltage you have been assigned and whatever the distance which will be takes place inside this. That means your energy, what due to this particular electron emission, what the energy which will flow, that will depends upon the what are the voltage you are applied to this particular electrodes. Okay, and what will be the distance between the metal surface and as well as the surface when it should be gated the high voltages. Okay, that is actually the, and CB which will be defined as a conduction band, conduction band which will be takes place inside, this is actually VB which will be takes place on this particular way. Okay, this is the valence band. Okay, and this particular electron emission between takes place downwards. Okay, that will be your conduction band. Okay, so whenever the conduction band will be takes place, okay, when the electron will be flows through this particular electrode, the conduction band which will be flows through this portion, okay, and that will hit to the particular electrode and that will be getting the high voltage supply. Okay, so that is actually the main configuration of a electron emission, or the we can say that the electron emission during the metallic surface and as well as your non-metallic surface. Okay, so the next we will go to the generation of your charge carrier. So how the charge will be generated in the electrodes and as well as the how the charge will be carries through this particular ions. Okay, so in this particular gases, the electrodes and the ions are charge carrier. The ions are produced to the natural molecule or the atoms by the injection or the rejection or the attachment of a particular electrons. Okay, so for that cases, the ejection of the electron for the neutral molecule leave behind the positive ion, whereas the absorption of the electron by the molecule produce the negative ions. What does it mean? It means that when the electrons and the ions are the electric charge carrier, okay, when this particular electrons, when this particular electrons or ions will be considered as a electric charge carrier, so for that cases these ions are produce a natural molecular or atom, which will produce the natural molecular or atom by ejection or the attachment of a such electron. Okay, the ejection of this particular electron, for ejection of this particular electrons from the natural molecule leave behind the positive ion. The electron which will be flow from the ejection purpose, for that cases it will be considered as a positive ion. Okay, and for the absorption of the electron by the molecule produce, that means absorption which will produce the negative ions, and ejection, which will be considered as a positive ions inside the molecules. Okay, so that is actually the generation of the charges of the carrier which will be defined. Okay, so what does it two particular what does it this particular two equation will be considered? What does it mean? W of Ke and W of pot. What does it mean? W of Ke, that means whenever the electron will be flow across this particular electrodes, what will be the work done due to the kinetic energy? Okay, so the WKE is the kinetic energy or the work done by the electron when it will be flow through the particular electrodes. Okay, so we will know according to the mechanics that the work done by the particular electrodes will be half mv square. Okay, me is will be defined. Me, that means W of Ke is actually your half of MEVE square, or we can say that it will half MV square. Okay, Me is for the electrons. Okay, so that is actually equal to, इसको अगर simplify करोगे, I will show you in the next class what how can we simplify these things when I will discuss in the numerical on this particular domain. Okay, so if we will simplify these things, it will be goes 1 into 8 pi epsilon into e to the square z by re. Okay, so that is actually and what is epsilon and here and what does it mean? What does it? W pot is actually the potential whenever the charge which will be flow across the carrier. So what will be the work done when some potential will be arise inside your electrons? So that is actually 1 by 4 pi epsilon into e squared z divided by re is equals to minus of 2w of Ke. Okay, so you remember this particular equation for the generation or the total work done if your charge or the electron will be carried. What will be your work done and what will be the potential, what will be the work done if the energy or if the electrons will be flow, that is actually your potential difference. If the will be arise, then what will be your work done, that is actually defined in this particular equation. Okay, so here it is written that Me is actually what? Me is the electron mass, Ve is the velocity of the particular molecule, epsilon is the permeability of the dielectrics, Z is the atomic number represented by the Z electrons, that means number of electrons. Okay, so Z is actually the number of electron up to infinity. Okay, with a negative element charges, E will be defined will be 1 minus of 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19, and as lying to discrete circle orbits of a Re of a atom. Okay, so orbital surface Re is actually defined as a orbital surface of a electron. Okay, so that is actually the describe, and Z is actually what? Z is actually the atomic number represented by the how many number of electrons you are using for that cases, and that is actually the negative, and that particular number of electrons which is coming. That is actually your this particular Z will be defined by the how much amount of electrons, how much amount of negative energy will be charged inside the particular electrodes. Okay, so what we will see, so what will be your W total? W total will be nothing but a W total will be nothing but a whatever the work done by the electron flow. Okay, in plus what will be the work done when the potential will energy which will be carried out whenever the electrons will be carried out from the negative to the positive or either positive to the negative. Okay, so if we simplify these things, that will came half of W of POT, that is equals to minus 1 of 8 pi epsilon 0 into E square Z divided by RE. Okay, that is also very important formula for calculating the total energy developed inside your electrodes whenever some charge carry or the electron will be flow through your hollow cylinder or through the vacuum. Okay. Now, what will be the time now? Okay, wait 4 minutes. Okay, so uh, now we will not go and directly to the high voltage applications of the high voltage apparatus, because high voltage applications area will be basically purely based on the electron which will flow across the cylinder, that we will deals with the particular high voltage apparatus. High voltage application area will become after your come after this particular module. Okay, this particular module will be the information which will be given what are the different gases which will be there inside the atmospheric air, and that particular gases will be applied in the high voltage apparatus or the high voltage applications, and how the particular molecules which will be used in your application, used in our high voltage applications. Okay, so here we will see that the W total, if we simplify these things now, if we simplify these things, then this will come. Okay, so actually it will comes the W total is equals to my negative of W1. So that is why this is the amount of energy required for releasing the electrons from its molecule, and therefore it known as a ionization energy. W1 is actually of an electrons, okay, which will be the negative ionization energy which will be takes place due to the total work done by the electrons. Okay, and if the free electrons, this point will be very important. Okay, this point is important. If the free electron is absorbed by the molecular forming a negative ion, due to this particular negative ion the work done of this particular things will be negative. Due to this particular negative ions, the energy of the ionization will be released, but in a negative form of energy, okay, known as a energy of recombination. Okay, so this is actually the formula of a energy of recomposition, recombination. Okay, if anyone told what will be the energy of recomposition whenever you have to deals with the metallic surface and as well as the non-metallic surface, the formula for that, your W total is equals to minus of W1. Why minus? Because we are releasing the negative ion. For that cases, whatever the energy which will be produced, that will be your in a negative form. Okay, so now we will go to the table for the different gases. Now we will show for the different gases what will be the values of your W1, that we will show. Okay, so for in case of a N2, the first ionization energy, that will be by energy of recomposition, we can say in case of a N2 it will be 15.6. For SF6 silicon hexafluoride it will be same. Okay, for hydrogen it will be 15.9. For oxygen it will be 12.1. For H2O vapor, not the water, it's 12.7. For CO2 it will be 14.4, and for helium it should be 24.0. That is actually the value of a W1 for the ionization energy for the different gas which will be present inside the atmosphere or the dry air. Okay, so okay. So the lastly we will discuss the impact ionization. Okay, so what the impact ionization of a vacuum dielectrics, or the, we can say that, the electron emission due to the vacuums. Okay, so the part which will be defined is a impact ionization. Okay, impact ionization, what does it mean? It means that the impact means the ionization of a electron. This is electron ionization due to collision of a electron. Okay, that is actually your impact ionization. Okay, due to this collision of this particular electron, this ionization process will be takes place, which will be told as a your impact ionization. Okay, so here it is written in the first point, it will be written that the impact or the collision of a particles amongst each other accelerate under the electric field whenever it should be produced in the electric field, leads the formation of the charges carried from the natural gas molecules. Okay, second point will be the multiplication of the charge carrier in the gas takes place mainly by the impact of electron. As we will told, it will be nothing but the impact ionization. This impact of ionization will be takes place due to this particular collision of the electron whenever we have to put this particular electron in the electric field. I put this particular electric field with a natural molecule known as a alpha process. This process, this impact ionization, will be also known as a alpha process. Okay, alpha process. Also, it will be called as a primary process also. Okay. Now, the third point is the positive ion makes a moderate contribution to the ionization. Moderate means there will be the three segments. One is a high, then moderate, and then low. Okay, so this positive ion which will be generated due to this particular electron emission or the electron collision, so this particular positive ion makes a moderate contribution to the ionization, only a solid insulating surface. Okay, this point is very important, only a solid insulating surface, not the liquid insulating surface. This impact ionization is only takes place in the solid insulating surface. Okay, or the metallic surface. Okay, as also we can told that this impact ionization, as also we can say that the impact ionization will be takes place in the metallic surface. Okay, or we can say that in the solid insulating material, not the liquid surface. Okay, which will be known as a beta process. Okay, so the alpha process which will be takes place, okay, due to, so main thing is that, okay, so this alpha process or the primary process and the beta process. These two process will be takes place due to the different two conditions. What are the two conditions? And both this particular two process will be takes place only in the solid insulating surface, not the liquid insulating surface. Okay, so these are the two process which will be takes place. So this particular figure which will be describe the ionization by the electron impact, which will be known as a alpha process, and this particular things which will be VE, the voltage which will be defined whenever the charge which will be flow. Okay, and VM, that means the whenever we have applied the voltage, what will be the mass of this particular electron, that will be defined. We will be discussing the next classes this particular two figure, what is actually your impact ionization for the alpha process and the beta process. Okay, impact ionization of the electrons and the ions. Okay, so this ionization will be takes place due to your electrons. Okay, and this ionization process which will be known as your takes place due to the ions, okay, which will be known as your beta process, and this is known as a alpha process. Okay. Okay, so today we will end our session. Okay, we will again meet at tomorrow if possible. Okay. Um, okay, so I think we will end the session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.